What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's good to have you guys here back for another update live. So what's up, guys? So we have ourselves a bit of nasty weather ahead of us here for today and tomorrow that we are going to need to do a little bit of coverage for. Also a little bit of just a heads up for you guys, but what's up, guys? What's up, Pro Magic? Pro Magic, thank you so much. Tabletop for the $2. I appreciate it. What's up, Dixie? Hope you're doing good. Tabletop with the 2 saying worried about tornado Saturday for my area. Saturday is going to be what, day 3, right? Should be on day 3, right? So let's hop over here to the categorical day 3 outlook. Okay, so we do have a level 1 threat out here for you. It's relatively low in risk here, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I would definitely be weather aware, though, but it's not any super huge risk or anything like that for your area. Today we have a big enhanced risk, guys, here up across portions of Indiana, Illinois, portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, a little bit of a northwestern Ohio even in today's big concern. Now tomorrow they have a moderate risk, a level 4 threat for severe weather here across portions of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky in the big stuff for tomorrow. So, and it already looks like we are starting to get a bit of that activity kicking up here as well overall. Dixie coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Dixie. That is really, really sweet of you, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Big thank you, Dixie, for the 10. If you have anything I can do for you, please let me know. See, Glenda says, I'm so scared in this area for tomorrow. Let's take a look, Glenda, see what we got going on. Try not to worry about it too much. I understand it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes. Let's go ahead and bring up our day 2 outlook here. Let's take a look and see what we got going on for you. So you're actually in a level 2 threat here for tomorrow. So tornado-wise, you have a 2% chance for tornado. So your tornado threat's pretty low, Glenda. Overall, the tornado threat's relatively low. We can't rule out tornadic activity in these areas, but generally speaking, we are not expecting any any big stuff, tornado-wise, to really occur. So, so that's that. So in terms of winds, we do have a 15% wind risk out here for you tomorrow, as well as a 5% hail risk here. So the main concern is just going to be a little bit of a threat for the the gusty wind side of things, essentially. So that's what we really do need to look out there for your area here. But anyways, try not to worry about it. We'll get through it. Let's see here. Pro Magic wants me to look at Missouri. Got you, my friend. By the way, guys, if you could leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and share this, it'll be greatly appreciated. All right, so you, my friend, you're in the enhanced risk here for tomorrow. So that is a level 3 severe weather threat here. So that does put you in a 5% tornado risk here, a 30% hatch risk for damaging winds out there, potential for, some significant wind gusts, possibly 70, 80 mile an hour winds or greater. And then lastly, in terms of hail, we also do have a 30% hatch risk for hail, regarding the potential hail of 2 inches in diameter and larger. So yeah, we definitely do need you to be weather aware out here tomorrow. The tornado threat, you're just outside of that significant tornado threat as of right now. But we definitely do need you to be watching it closely, okay? Anyways, we got a tornado warning here in effect for the western side here of Minnesota. Closest radar is honestly between the Minneapolis radar and the one out here in northeastern South Dakota. We really don't have the best of coverage for this in particular storm. A little bit ago, it was confirmed, though. Weather spotters have confirmed a brief tornado touchdown that has since lifted. The storm is still capable of producing a tornado. And they did extend that warning here in towards Benson and Hancock here in the west central side of Minnesota. So that is the active warning here. So we have 37 minutes on that one. So, anyways, Robert says, "How is Reed Spring, Missouri looking? Please, I got you, my friend. Let's take a look at that area real quickly. What we got going on. So you are going to be in. Let's see here. Oops, I hate how it has I hate how it resets itself." Let's try to do this again here. So you, my friend, okay, so you're in a level 2 threat tomorrow. Today you're in the thunderstorm risk. Tomorrow you're in that level 2. You are actually in a 5% chance for tornadoes here tomorrow. 15% wind threat and a 15% significant hail threat overall. So tomorrow, look out especially for gusty winds and hail. There is going to be that potential for significant hail even. Potential for hail essentially 2 inches in diameter and larger. That is going to be a possible concern here for tomorrow overall. So we'll definitely look out there for that. And then day 3, you do have a marginal risk here as well. Dixie says, "I drove through the dust storm last night on I-70. It was closed from Colby, Kansas." Really? Wow. That's crazy, dude. Well, Dixie, I'm glad to see you're okay. That's interesting. Dust storms, yeah, they're no jokes, man. I'll tell you. What's up, Velocity? Saying good afternoon, NWW. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glinda says, "Do I think I'll be out in the orange? I'm really worried about that." So as of now, you're not. But we will see. We'll see. There is definitely still potential upgrades between now and tomorrow that we're going to have to look out for. I mean, you're not super far off from that enhanced risk. I'm not saying it will become an enhanced risk for you, but, just know as of right now, most of the concern is going to be a lot to the northwest of you. Your tornado threat's very low, by the way. That's going to be... not necessarily the biggest concern. Once again, the biggest concern for you is going to be the potential for gusty winds, essentially. Now, with that being said, we definitely should still be weather aware, of course, and we still do need to be watching the weather here. But, we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated. Let's see here. No problem, Pro Magic. What's up, Logan? Saying, "What up, Andrew? Pretty nervous in Northeast Illinois today." I can understand that, my friend. Well, Logan, try not to worry about it too much, man. So, it depends on where you're at. Chicago area here does have a level 3 enhanced risk for today, which does put Chicago in that 10 significant tornado risk overall that they added here. So we cannot rule out the potential for a couple of significant tornadoes, across some of the regions here, especially in the yellow, or that's kind of where we're expecting potential significant tornadoes. That's a 15% chance here. 10% chance. In terms of damaging winds, we do have a 30% non-significant wind threat, which gives the potential for gusty winds potentially between 60 and 70 miles per hour overall. And then lastly, in terms of hail, we do have a 30% hatch risk for hail, potentially, 2 inches in diameter and larger. Could be a good possibility. So we do need you to be weather aware. Absolutely. You do need to be watching that weather closely because, you're definitely in the pretty big threat. But, try not to worry about it, my friend. I know it's a little nerve-wracking, and, we'll get through it, my friends. I promise. All right, so let's see here. Velocity wants me to take a look here at Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is actually in a level 2 threat for today. Tomorrow, Cincinnati's in the level 3 threat. So between today and tomorrow, we do have that risk out there. Cincinnati is in that 10 sig tornado risk here for tomorrow. That 30 sig wind risk here and a 30 sig hail risk. So, yeah, I mean, significant severe weather of, tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail cannot be ruled out. It does look like that there is going to be potential for all, hazards. So please be careful. We definitely do need you to be actively weather aware and, monitoring the weather tomorrow. Certainly we really do need you guys to be weather aware. Now, please, try not to worry about it. I understand it's a little nerve-wracking and stuff. I mean, I get it. I mean, I've lived out here many, many times, or for a while, I should say. But so I get the concern. But we'll get through it, my friend. We'll get through it. Let's see here. You're welcome, Robert. No problem. How bad is Milwaukee today? I have family in Wisconsin. So Milwaukee is under the level 3 threat today. So that puts them in that 10% significant tornado risk here. So within a 25-mile radius around Milwaukee, there is a 10% chance overall for tornadoes. So we do need to look out for that. There's also a 30% non-significant wind threat. So potential for damaging winds here, but potential between 60 and 70 miles an hour overall. And then lastly, in terms of hail, we do have a 30% significant hail risk, where the potential for hail 2 inches in diameter and larger overall. So, anyways, what's up, Brandon? You want me to look at Benton, Kentucky? I got you. Let's see here. Actually, let's change this to day 2 before it glitches out on us again. All right, so yeah, you, my friend, you are in the moderate tomorrow. So you're definitely in a pretty big risk for tomorrow. So be careful. We do have a 10% risk for tornadoes tomorrow. A whopping 45% significant wind threat tomorrow. Potential for, extreme winds, possibly 80 miles an hour or greater. And then lastly, we do have a 30% significant hail threat. Talking the potential out there for hail, 2 inches in diameter and larger overall. Let's see here. Yeah, Chandler, I got you. Let's see here. I'm glad to help you guys out. I understand y'all are a little concerned, which I get it. So you're in a level 2 for tomorrow regarding the severe weather. That does put you in a 5% chance for tornadoes, a 15% wind threat, and a 15% significant hail threat. Winds between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts within the storm potentially. In terms of hail, we are talking hail between 2 inches in diameter and larger potentially, given that significant, the hatch risk there. And then, of course, that tornado percentage is a 5% chance overall. So that's that. What's up, Matt? Let's see here. Phone computer experience has been offline. Finally got a bit of your broadcast for now. That's good. Well, I'm glad to see you got a little bit of it. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully that comes back soon for you. What's up, Matt? No problem. No problem, Velocity. Do I think that Dallas-Fort Worth will see a strong tornado on Saturday or Friday? So today being Thursday, that would be day 2 or day 3. So, yeah, probably not. I mean, we are right on the edge of that 2% tornado risk here for tomorrow being Friday. Day 3 does have a slight risk up across the region here, but this would not likely not indicate any significant tornado concerns. So, yeah, with that being said, I don't think we're going to have any significant tornadic activity out here, at least from what I've seen on the models, too, which I've been looking at earlier. I don't think we will really see any of that. The odds are very low. I mean, we do have, like I said, a little 2% chance out there tomorrow for tornadoes, but it's just brief spin-ups, essentially. So my area should be aware but not panic aware. I mean, nobody should panic, of course. I get it's... Like I said, I get it's nerve-wracking, and I get it can be a little scary sometimes, but, just, we'll get through it, guys. We'll get through it. This happens. It's very common this time of the year, and, it's the odds of you getting impacted by the severe weather, even in these big risk areas, is still very low. Still fairly low, I should say. I mean, the odds of you getting it heavily impacted is still fairly low. But, I mean, we do need you to be prepared for the worst. Just try not to worry about it, okay? I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I get it. I used to be in that boat too. But one thing I would recommend, I say this a lot on the channel, I would recommend if you guys haven't already, learn how to read radar. I mean, not just basic reflectivity. I'm talking like deep analysis, like velocity, and we can use velocity to look for rotation, correlation coefficient to look for debris, and all that stuff. So, anyways, let me unplug this USB before it drives us crazy. Let's see here. Will Lambertville get a strong tornado tonight? So, yeah, the odds of you getting one is very low. I mean, even if you're in that maximum 10% here, the odds of you specifically getting one is very low. So, in terms of the tornado risk here for you, okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put up your area here real fast. If it'll let me. Here, let's do that, and then we'll bring you back over here. All right, let's see. Yeah, so you're in a 5% chance, so while we can't rule out tornadic activity, we're not expecting any significant tornadic activity out here overall. So, I mean, there definitely could be some tornadic activity in the general area. The odds of you getting that's very low still, but I'm not telling you to ignore it. I'm saying that you should still monitor it, but just try not to worry about it because, the odds of you getting it, more than likely you'll be totally fine. But anyways, is tornado season almost over? Hopefully. Hopefully so. I mean, tornadic activity can happen any time of the year. But yeah, most of the tornado season is typically March, April, May. Going into June, it seems to calm down a little bit. Typical season. Let's see. I said a low tornado threat. Yeah, Glenda, your threat's pretty low from what I remember. You're up in eastern Tennessee, right? Yeah, you're in a 2% chance for tornadoes, which that's pretty low. I mean, it's not impossible for tornadic activity, but it's extremely unlikely. I mean, put it at this. Within a 25-mile radius around your location, there is a 2% chance of a tornado dropping within a 25-mile radius around you. So, as you can imagine, that is a pretty low odd. Those odds are pretty darn low. And like I mentioned, even if it did drop within 25 miles around you, I mean, the odds of that hitting your area is still pretty low because there's a lot of area within 25 miles around you. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. But the odds are very low, yes. Do I think we'll have a high risk tomorrow, or do I think a moderate? I don't know, man. I don't like to take in these hot topics too much. I think what they have now is good. I do. And honestly, I would not be surprised if they stick with the moderate. I think the moderate, honestly, is pretty good. And like I mentioned before in previous outlooks and stuff, regardless if it's moderate or if it's high, it still is a very active threat, for severe weather. And you still need to be just as weather aware as you would be for a moderate, as you would be for a high. Okay? So, regardless if you have that beautiful pink flashiness or the red flashiness, regardless, it's still a big threat, okay? And we still need to moderate. But in regarding to that, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see how that plays out. How is Bristol, Tennessee doing? Is it Bristol out here? Yeah. So we do have a level 1 threat for Bristol tomorrow. That does put you in a 2% tornado risk here. A 15% wind risk and a 5% hail risk. Will they add a 15 sig tornado threat tomorrow? I don't know. It depends. It's up to SPC. I mean, models, if they continue to, prove themselves, if they prove themselves worthy of it, then, would I be surprised? Probably not. But, it just depends. I mean, if models significantly downgrade overnight, then maybe not. But, if they continue to hold their support, if not strengthen, show a little bit more concerning stuff, then maybe. Will I be covering the storm tonight too? Probably later, yes. I'll probably be doing some night coverage. I don't like to do daytime coverage, but nighttime coverage, yes. I am going to work on it. So, yeah, we'll do some nighttime coverage, probably pretty late, at least for a little bit, probably not some excessive length. But I got my sleep schedule back in order for now. But I'm probably going to have to ruin that here. But, yeah, we'll go live tonight for sure. consider this more of just like an update live stream, before everything kicks off here. I mean, because like I mentioned, between today and tomorrow, we do have a pretty active time period here. Got a new tornado warning here. This is out there by Elko New Market, which is up just south of Minneapolis here. This is tracking northbound. This is for also 1-inch hail. Also includes, 1-inch hail potential. So just make sure you guys are in your shelters out there. We do have a warning up in Arkansas towards Russellville and Hector for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. So, yeah, things right now are pretty minimal at the current moment. I mean, these warnings here are just kind of baseline warnings, 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter hail, just lower end. Should definitely still be indoors away from windows, though, if you're in those severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, if thunder roars, go indoors, as they say. What do I think the chances I get put in a 5% chance? Sorry for asking so much. I'm just worried. No, I get it. You're good. I mean, what I can do for you is I can take a look at the models for you, if that would help, Glinda. Which, let's do that real quickly. So let's take a peek at the models here for your area. So, you're up in the eastern side. So one big thing for tornadic activity is what we call helicity. So we're going to overlay. Where is it? Where is my helicity at? It's under mesoscale, maybe? No. Where did I put my helicity? I made it pretty late, so I might have just threw it in a random place. Oh, there we go. Helicity in 850. Okay. So I'm going to overlay the radar, too, on top of this here. Composites. No, we need a precipitation, composite reflectivity. Here we go. All right, so we're going to overlay those together. We're going to need the 12 Zulu run. Here we go. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see here. It's going to be pretty early when you get your storms, it looks like. HRRR, you can kind of see in the top right here, has them hitting pretty darn early. Helicity-wise, I mean, I don't know. I mean, helicity is pretty decent. Let me go and grab a little sounding here just ahead. It's probably going to be a little contaminated, but it mostly looks linear. I mean, yes, there could be some tornadic activity here. The odds of it getting into a 5%, I mean, it's kind of hard to be for sure. I can't tell you, yes, it will be a 5 or no, it won't be. Because, I mean, it could go either way, really. Given models like this HRRR scan, it does show a pretty good amount of helicity, but there's not a whole lot of aggressive veering winds as opposed to areas further northwest. So I think that's why they have your threat relatively lower. To be honest with you, this seems more of like a wind threat, which makes sense. I mean, because SPC does have you in that 15% risk here. A lot of our wind shear, we have a little bit of a veering wind column in the lower atmosphere, but a lot of our wind shear is relatively just flowing in the same direction. We've got a relatively straight hodograph. I don't know. It's hard to say. It really is. I mean, we'll see what happens. Let's see here. But anyways, hopefully that helps a little bit. Just try not to worry about it. I know it's a little scary. I get it. But you'll get through it. We'll get through it, my friends. I need to put some WD-40 on this thing. This darn microphone holder, it's whatever you call this thing. It needs like WD-40 or something. Anyways. All right, do we have any watches out right now? We do have a fire weather watch for the Chicago area. Okay, I don't think we have any, let's see, any mesoscale discussions out? We do. All right, let's see. Peak tornado intensity, 100 to 130 miles an hour. Peak wind gusts between 55 to 70. Peak hail size between 2 to 3.5 inches. This expires in 1 hour. So they give a 80% chance probability of a watch being issued out here towards the Minneapolis area. Also, we have another mesoscale discussion here for... Wait, hold on a minute. Let me double make sure. Yeah, 80% for that one. Okay, so the southern one here by Arkansas, we have a relatively lower 40% chance. And we have another mesoscale discussion in Virginia here. 60% chance. So more than likely, we will probably see a watch being issued for both Virginia and Minnesota pretty soon, from what it looks like. Yeah. So just a bit of a heads up there. What I want to do real quickly, guys, is I want to take a look at the precipitation outlook here. So today we have just 2 little level 1 areas here for flooding. So flooding is not going to be super much of a concern today. Tomorrow we do have a pretty decent size level 2 flood threat for places out there by like Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, West Virginia, Tennessee, and then day 3 for Saturday. Not really much. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be the bigger of the days for flooding. Day 4 here, which is going to be Sunday, right? Sunday we have that. Oh, got a new mesoscale discussion up in North Carolina here. Let's see, what's this one? 40% chance. New severe thunderstorm watch in Arkansas? Really? Let me pull this up real quick. Severe. Do I have the watch? I do not have them enabled. I probably should. I did not mean to do that. I just turned on everything. No. Oh, that's lovely. All right. Hold up. Hold on a second. We gotta... Oh, this sucks. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Bear with me while I turn all of these warnings off. I did not mean to hit reset. Man, that sucks, dude. Okay. Almost done. Gets very crowded with so many warning potential advisories, watches, warnings. All right, there we go. These are the last ones. All right. Whew. Yep, so there's that watch there. Let's go ahead and disable the outlook here. Go back to radar. Yep, so there's the watch. Includes portions of north central, northeastern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, western did I really call Tennessee, Pennsylvania? Western Tennessee, and a little bit of western Kentucky here as well. Okay. Ooh, they added another little mesoscale discussion here. Oh, wait a minute. They just added a watch, a tornado watch for Minnesota and Wisconsin. So the yellow, yep, there it is. So the yellow box here, that's a severe thunderstorm watch, and the pink box, that's a tornado watch. Yeah, it definitely looks like we are starting to get a bit of convection popping up out here. I may or may not have cameras out here. Let's see. Where was it? Here we go. Okay, we do have some cameras for you guys. We'll go and pull those up here. Did I not make a scene for... I guess I didn't. Here, let me go ahead and do that real quickly. I'm going to do this. Cams. And you're about to see something pretty... Actually, you know what? We're going to add a camera for you guys. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Add new source. Where are you at? There we go. Nice. Alright. We'll put you like up in the top right here. There we go. You know, that's good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and bring it over here to you guys. Perfect. Alright, well, there we go. Well, at least we got a little bit of a camera now. What's up, Frankie? Hope you're doing good, man. So we do have a list of cameras up in Arkansas we can look at here. That was out by Clinton. It's a little bit breezy. Here, let me make a full screen one for you guys. Would certainly be good to have that full screen view. So hold on 1 second, y'all. Honestly, probably should have done this before. I didn't even think about it though. My bad, y'all. Here we go. There's a full screen one for you guys. There we go. Yeah, so now we can see the full camera. So that's up in Arkansas. Let's go Blackwell. Pointing west. Oh yeah, those clouds look pretty gnarly. Especially on that one cam we have. Let's go up by Atkins. But yeah, so tornado watch, severe thunderstorm watch here in effect. Did I get those mixed up? I do. I need to redo that real quickly. Hold on a minute. I'm really sorry, you guys. We have to change some things around here. So there's tornado watch there. And then severe thunderstorm watch we'll have as yellow. Just flip them around. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so yeah, the tornado watch they have has an overall 60% chance, I believe, for 10 or 2 or more, I think it is, tornado events. 60% for wind, 60% for hail, combined a 95% chance or greater concern. Expires in 6 hours. And then the one down here, in that severe thunderstorm watch here, probabilities, here we go. Probability of 2 or more tornadoes, a low 10% chance. Probability of 1 or more strong tornadoes, EF2 to EF5, 5% chance. Wind probability of 10 or more severe events, moderate, 60%. Probability of 1 or more wind events, 20%, being 75 miles an hour or greater. Hail probability of 10 or more, 60%. Hail probability of 2 inches in diameter or greater, 30%. And then the overall combined is a 95%. Hopping back up to that tornado watch, we'll do that one too. Probability of 2 or more tornadoes is a moderate 60% chance overall. Probability of 1 or more strong tornadoes, EF2 to EF5, 40% chance. In terms of winds, probability of 10 or more severe wind events, 58 miles an hour or greater. 60% chance probability of 1 or more wind events, 75 miles an hour or greater. 20%. Probability for 10 or more hail events, 60%. Probability for 1 or more hailstones 2 inches in diameter, 60%. And that's it. Okay, we got that out of the way. So now you guys know kind of the probabilities here based off of those watches that have been issued. We do have a severe... Ooh, yeah, look at that line, man. So we are starting to see a lot of strong storms. I don't think Minnesota had good camera coverage, did it? Hold on. I think we might have cameras for you guys. Yes. We do. Thankfully. We do have cams. Let me edit this for you guys so it doesn't look all weird. So you don't see the borders I have around here. Give you guys the spoiled view look. There we go. Perfect. We good. That's good enough. Yeah, so that's out there in Minneapolis. Let me try to get a better one. Better camera. Let's see. The storms are in a lot of southwestern side right now. Oh, that's not really much of a use. I think some cams are videos and some are not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a good one there. Yeah, they're definitely starting to get it. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect here, including a tornado possible tag. for some of the regions out there by Minneapolis here. 60 mile per hour wind gusts here, as well as quarter size hail, and of course that tornado possible tag. Could I take another look at that morning storm for tomorrow? Yeah, I mean I could. So I still have it up. Here, let's remove all the layers here. Yeah, so you can see tomorrow morning, you can see in the top right there, it's fairly early of when we get that storms rolling through. So, yeah. Be careful, my friend. Like I said, we'll get through it. Just try not to worry about it. Just be careful. We'll be live more than likely during this tonight. So if you stay up, I will probably be live streaming during that time, because I do plan on doing some night coverage here. Really this stream was just meant to do a bit of an update for you guys, but turns out we're doing a little bit of coverage here too. But tonight we're going to do more streaming for you guys. Let's see here. Not good for Wisconsin. Yeah, it is definitely pretty eventful today for the region. All right, let's see here. We're gonna keep on our mesos. Hold on one second. Yeah, we're gonna keep on our mesoscale discussions here. Glenda says no, the morning of the 16th. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is for the morning of the 16th. Yeah, looking at the models here, you can see in the top right, if it'll decide it wants to load. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. My brain isn't working very well today. Yeah, so those storms ain't going to be too much, as you can kind of see here. I mean, it does show... Why am I... Hold on, let's get rid of this here. There we go. Yeah, so these are going to be really much the ones for the morning of the 16th tomorrow. It's going to be the ones here for the morning of the 17th that we should look out for overall. Yeah, my apologies. I got that a little mixed up. All right, we do have a tornado warning here in effect for the west central side of Minnesota. We got 5 minutes left on this one here. So that expires here in 5 minutes, or 2:15 central for quarter hail, or sorry, hail, or yeah, basically up to quarter size. Could be quarter size or lower. Severe thunderstorm warning 5 minutes as well. I think that's really about all we got. Yeah, it's not super active right now. I mean, knock on wood. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's definitely a lot of storms starting to pop up. But severe weather-wise, I mean, you can see our warning count's up to 3 right now. Anyways. But yeah, everybody. So like I said, between today and tomorrow, I mean, we definitely got to be weather aware. Today's enhanced risk that we do have here, and then tomorrow's moderate that they added, and even day three's slight risk that we have, towards the southern plains and the mid-Atlantic region here. So, yeah, Rain, we're doing nighttime coverage. I was just doing a quick little update live stream for you guys to let you all know what we're in for. But yeah, tonight we will be doing coverage tonight. I will. I'm not sure what time, though. That's the thing. Is just make sure you have those notifications on. That way, whenever I do end up going live overall, that we'll be there. Okay. So whenever we do go live, just make sure you have the notifications on. Hit that bell icon. But anyways, folks, well, I'm probably going to roll off here now. Like I mentioned, we have a little bit of activity starting to kick off here. Just please be careful. We'll be live again tonight, okay? I got some things I got to go do here real fast. But we'll be here tonight. Once again, not sure what time, but we'll make sure to help you guys out. Once again, Dixie and Tabletop, thank you all for the support. I appreciate it earlier. Thank you, everybody, for watching and hanging out with us. Like I said, y'all, please be careful. We'll get through it. And like I said, we'll keep you guys updated and everything. But alrighty, everybody, thank you all for joining. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys tonight for some more coverage. I'm gonna make sure I have a lot of cameras and stuff ready for us tonight too, so we'll have a pretty good view of what's gonna go on. All right, everybody, y'all take care. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.